Aquarius, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your reading for the rest of the month of January. It's your mid-monthly check-in. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy, what you may not see coming, and get some important advice from Spirit today. Thank you for tuning in, for sharing this space with me. It's a pleasure to have you here. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus placements. Please only take what resonates, okay? As this is a general reading. Okay, let's get right into it. Let's take a moment now to thank Spirit. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over the reading for the Aquarius Collective. Thank you. Okay. Let's see what's happening. I'm going to take a look at the current energies coming into this reading for you. What's crossing that? I'm going to jump right in. Ooh, Four of Pentacles crossed by the Six of Swords. Yeah, it looks like you are withdrawing from a situation, trying to let go, okay? Pulling back your energy, trying to let go, okay? Moving past something. The Moon, the challenge, a lot of hidden unknowns at the moment. Knight of Wands definitely opened up and felt very passionate, determined. It's a very, very beautiful, fast-moving energy in the recent past. Opportunity, Six of Pentacles. It's about what you want to give to, the equal give and take. What do you want to be generous with your time, energy, resources? Three of Wands. Just waiting on an opportunity here. All right, in the near future. New opportunity. Eight of Wands. Trying to get answers right now in the next couple weeks, okay? Really trying to tune in. I'm getting this whole, I got a picture of an ear. Tune in, right? In order to get the answers that you seek. All right. Ooh, what you don't see coming. King of Cups. I feel like that's an external energy. Someone you may be dealing with. Okay. And potential reinvestment or investment. I'm not seeing a lot of aces here. So it might be someone you already know. Communicating with someone you know. Before we jump right into clarifying, let's get a message from the universe. Will tell us a little bit more about what energy you are sitting in, the Aquarius Collective. What energy are you sitting in for the next few weeks? Hey. Okay. What's going on, Aquarius? Woo. If you are worried you don't have the strength to move on, which you are clearly doing, and you're in a state of emotional withdrawal in a situation, you're worried you don't have the strength to move on, think of how much strength you are using to hold on. Then redirect that energy and enjoy your life. Yeah, you could be holding on to something that you know you need to let go of. And it could be something physically or emotionally or mentally or all three, okay? Interesting. Let's look at the collective soul guidance. I told this to Libra. If all Aquariuses were in the non-physical, in the higher self state, and we all were looking down at, the Aquarius Collective, not we, you, and you were looking down as a collective down at all the Aquariuses in the world. What would the higher self say about what the Aquarians are dealing with and learning? What energy for the rest of January? Change. Coping with change. Yes, indeed. Obviously, there's a lot of changes going on right now for you all. You're being asked to change a part of yourself that no longer feels like the person you've become or are becoming. Change isn't always easy, Aquarius. It is not. But letting go of this outdated part of yourself will allow you to align with your true self. Yeah. Spirit is asking if you want to live from a more true self state, all right, you have to release something that doesn't serve your growth, doesn't serve the new in you, right? The person you were evolving into, the person that you were becoming, all right? Interesting. Great messages. I get a clear idea of what's going on now. All right, let's clarify. This is Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. Queen of Pentacles, Five of Swords. Maybe recently reached a stalemate in a situation around a person where there was stability. Something got undermined in the stability. Maybe the communication got difficult. Let's see what's going on. Or the communication is currently hard. Let's see. 8 of Cups, yeah. Wow. 8 Page of Swords in the Judgment. Yeah. I think that you made a decision in the recent past. You're being influenced by those energies now. All right. Where you may have had to communicate, you know, I need to let go, right? Of how I feel. And it's a process, right? Spirit's saying it's a process. There's definitely something fated about this situation, right? With 2 8s on the board, massive change. It's almost as if you have to walk away, right? Receiving these answers, like you knew deep down, I got to walk away, right? I've studied this situation. I feel like you've made the decision. There's no confusion around it, okay? And I do believe that in order to take on this transition, right, in self, you've had to walk away from patterns of behavior. You've maybe even had to walk away from certain people. And that gets very hard, right? The Page of Swords is a young, youthful energy around our mental space, right? You could have been dealing with someone who, because of their own emotional makeup, they were responding to you in the communication that created a lot of emotion. I feel like you're clearing out, like you made a decision, but you're clearing out the emotional aspect of what you've gone through in the communication. That's your work for the rest of the month of January, is to release what needs to be released, especially around the words that were said. And that hang on to it, okay? Redirecting your energy, all right? Knowing you have the strength to move on from the emotions. 4 of Pentacles, the Emperor, the 4 of Cups, and the 4 of Swords. Yeah, now you're in a healing phase. So important. We have 3 4s. So much angelic support. Whenever I see 4 4 4, it's about rebuilding your foundations after a major change, okay? And the only way to find your empowerment in self again is you have to release the emotions, okay? And go through that healing phase. I do believe a lot of you are going through a healing phase right now where you are letting go of the emotional state and moving on. And bringing about a healing, right, energy to a possible connection or to a what has been a very emotional situation. That much is true. So much emotion that you had to kind of make some difficult choices here. What is it that you're trying to move past here? But in order to become more empowered and to feel stronger, it truly is about releasing and healing. Okay? It's almost as though you got the call from Spirit. This is that I have to shed the old. And that might have involved the people, places, things. It's not just self here. I do believe it's more than just you changing and growing. This something had to be shed too. Whether it was a people, right, in your life, or moving on from a place, or moving on from a work environment. Yeah, in order for you to move on, you needed to move on because you knew you were going towards what was meant for you, what you know you wanted. And this could have been you moving toward, and this is about a brand new beginning. So this is about you letting go of a past self to welcome in something new. But it's almost as though 2 things collided. It feels that way in the energy because your emotional state became very withdrawn. You were dealing with a lot of sadness and grief. You've been working on healing. And then all of a sudden, in this moving on, it's either you thinking about turning back around because you're still passionate about this certain thing that you're letting go of with the Ace of Wands and the King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. Or it's you really like, wow, this is a brand new opportunity that I didn't anticipate. Some of you, it's a brand new opportunity in love, and some of you, it's a brand new opportunity in work. And it's almost unexpected because it's happening as you're exiting something else. and you're excited about it. There's this like, it's like you're looking down and then all of a sudden you look up and you're like, oh, there's something coming towards you. That's what this is coming towards you. This in the near future. Like you may not even see this because it's a crossing energy. It's like what's coming towards you. We'll get clearer on this. This Knight of Wands. It could be somebody making a comeback, or it could be, let's see what it is. Recent past, Queen of Cups. Just want to see what happened. Yeah, this could be you trying to course correct in a connection, because in the recent past, someone that you felt a lot of passion for and a lot of love, you were butting heads. And I've been seeing this in the collective in general, where we are butting heads, right? With someone now who maybe once was, you know, someone who you thought had your back. You're like, they don't got my back, Jenna. And we're having a power struggle right now, and it's a war. So this is all the passion and energy we feed into the war itself, right? When Spirit is saying with this Queen of Cups, can you be fearless enough to surrender, to really let love guide you instead of the power struggle? And it's so hard when you're in a power struggle with someone, right? It triggers everything. So this energy is something that is available to you. I think you're starting to calm down now in the near future. You're realizing, I still have passion. It's like, wait, hold on. We're fighting. I really want to run away from this. I'm really down about the state of things, but I may still want this. Can we stabilize this? Can we have a new beginning? Some of you, it's a new beginning with the same person. Others of you, it's a beginning with someone new. Okay. I'm leaning towards it being a new beginning with the same person. Okay. Because we have the Knight and the 5 in the past of Wands. And crossing this, we have the Ace and the King of Wands. So it's the energy is starting to elevate. It's like, let's move past the power struggle and let's bring everything back online and stabilize and calm the F down. But it's very hard to do. The opportunity is to keep giving to this. I knew it was a loving connection. There's someone in your life that you've been having a lot of struggle with, but there's a lot of love here. We have the King and Queen of Cups. There's a lot of love still yet to be had. It's just a matter of, is this something, I feel like you're changing and it's changing the dynamic and it's creating problems. And that's what happens when we start to grow and elevate. Other people either follow and they're growing with you, or there becomes a battle, right? Because the energies aren't aligning. Because some people can resist change, right? As you grow, or they can grow too. Because I do feel like you are dealing with somebody who you're unclear whether they're on board, right, with the new you. We have with the 6 of Pentacles and the opportunity, clarified by with the Knight of Cups, the World, and the 5 of Cups. You are definitely entering into a new phase in this bond. And as sad as you are, as upset as you are considering, and I think you already are clear that you want to continue to give to this, or they are, all right? One of you, I believe, is really stuck in sadness and the fear of loss, right? It's like you have an opportunity to decide here. And that might be where you're at with this person. We either need to accept this as a loss, right? And move on. It's like you got to make that judgment call. You're communicating with this person this month about it. Or we need to bring more love in and start giving equally to this. But regardless, I'm a changing. You're changing, Aquarius. You're changing in beautiful ways. It affects things, doesn't it? Sometimes things you couldn't have anticipated. And then the challenge is, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Do I want to stay with this person? Do we want the same things? Do we I'm learning this too about long-term commitment. It's one of those things that's love doesn't equal security. And it's a constant renegotiation, right? Is it still working for the both of you? Okay, well, let's renegotiate, right? Whatever that means to you. Some people have very unconventional relationships where it's like, well, we're really shitty living together, all right? I need space. You know, it's hard to go with these changes, Aquarius, around what your wants and needs are. Once you get clear about them, and if you have a willing partner who you can actually dialogue with these things about, it looks like you are dialoguing with them, but this is under judgment, and I think there's a consideration whether you need to move on from this person or have a brand new beginning and renegotiate what you both want and need around the long-term investment here, around your happiness. Okay? Others of you, you are healing, and you are on your own, and you're waiting on a new opportunity, and you're tired of this struggle, right? In your own, like, I'm loving myself, I'm strong, Jenna. You know, I have so much passion to give. I've really been working on these parts of myself that I'm trying to heal. I'm ready for a new love opportunity. I'm ready for it. I'm still sad a little bit, right, about what I had to release, but I still believe that there's going to be a brand new opportunity. So there's two people here, two camps, okay, which often is in tarot, especially for the collective, that I wanted to touch upon people who are like, no, I'm not with anybody, but I'm still getting over someone. And I still believe that the right person, right, will come my way. All right, so it's different for all of you. Some of you are calling in a long-term commitment. Others of you are questioning a long-term commitment and renegotiating. Okay, what's the moon? Either way, there's a lot, the challenges, there's a lot of unknowns for all of you. There's a lot hidden, right? Because it's hard to tell which way things will go sometimes, or when the timing is right for the new to come in. What's this moon energy? Seven of Wands, the Fool, and the Three of Swords. Yeah, a lot of you who are single, it's like being in that murky depth, feeling defensive about the pain and unsure, the uncertainty over when I'm going to be ready. How do I know when I'm ready to have a new beginning, right? Well, if dating terrifies you and you're still feeling your ex's energy in your mental state, in your heart, right? Then you're not ready. I think there's a part of you that's like, I want to be ready, but I know I'm not. Yeah, and that's too. I call this parts work, you know? And I've learned this a lot in therapy. There are parts of us, right, that are contradictory. So I think there's a part of you that wants a new beginning. Part of you is like, no, I'm still dealing with the hurt, right? And for those of you who are dealing with a connection, it's very similar. There's a lot of unknowns right now because you're dealing with a lot of hurt and a lot of defensiveness in the connection. All you know is you want a new beginning regardless. You don't want this energy anymore. You're like, I'm so sick of this. Either way, the Aquarius Nation is saying, I'm sick of the feeling of trying to get over this, whether I'm alone or not, okay? It's a deep, deep hurt, and it's made you feel defensive, all right? And you're questioning whether you have hope and faith in a new beginning regardless, whether it's someone new or the same person. What are you waiting on in the near future? Going within. Spirit, and Spirit's telling me this. Libra had a similar vibe where it's like, you know, when everything's a bit cloudy, right? And you feel like there's a storm cloud over you, the best way to deal with it is to go within, okay? And I gave them a helpful mantra, so you might want to go take a look at their reading around knowing that all is well. Some Louise Hay advice. I won't repeat it, but just go check that one out if you want to, or read the transcript towards the middle. But the Three of Wands, nonetheless, is you're waiting on a new opportunity, all right? You want the energy to shift, okay? And Spirit is saying it will by going within, right? And spending more time getting clear about what you want, okay? What do you want? Yes, this is about making those wise decisions, okay? Queen of Swords, Ten of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, a lot of you, this is about your own emotional independence and how hard it is to feel like an I inside of a we, all right? And the battle that you have between making a decision for self without being overly influenced by the whole, right? Whether it's your family or your friend network, feeling like an individual, right? In charge of your own emotional independence, right? It's hard to feel like an independent person when you are bound by a commitment, or it's hard to feel strong enough to open up to a new opportunity and still believe. I do think that you are determined, right, to grow and to become more wise in your life and to nurture yourself and to nurture your independence. The Nine of Pentacles is emotional satisfaction and feeling good in your skin. And it's not always going to come easy, but I do believe that you're going to get there. As long as you don't overthink a situation. Sometimes the Queen of Swords can be, especially with that air energy, you're just all in your head instead of, she's waiting for the best wave and she knows it's going to come. So don't get stuck in the worry and the fear of waiting for a new beginning or waiting for the energy to shift. You shift, then everything changes. And you shift by leaning into knowing that you have all the hope and faith in the world. You can navigate this change, all right? But you got to shed the old, okay, to do it. Let's look at what you don't see coming, this King of Cups, which could very well be a brand new beginning or things stabilizing in a connection. With the Four of Wands. What's this King of Cups you don't see coming? The Three of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. Wow. No wonder, Aquarius. You're very confused because there's so much hurt in your heart space. It's like whatever happened to you, you got your back is turned for a reason. In this, you may not be communicating with somebody because of how much they hurt you. Like you thought that there was so much unconditional love and that this was someone who had your back. I do believe someone really betrayed you, Aquarius. Someone betrayed your trust. I'm not getting a good taste in my mouth about this King of Cups. I thought this was going to be like a brand new opportunity. I don't know. It's the Ten of Swords is over the Ace of Cups with the Three of Pentacles underneath. So whatever you thought, it's like the detail, right? You're paying attention to this artist and the details of like coming together and collaborating with a full cup of love on top of that. But it's got the Ten of Swords over it. It's like, wow, maybe somebody that you really, really, really thought you could trust, you're realizing that you can't. It could be multiple hurts or it could be a major hurt that you didn't anticipate that now has you totally like, wow, I think this is so disappointing. I think I have to move on from this person, this situation. It could be in love. It could be in a work environment because this is the Three of Pentacles at the bottom here with the clarifying energy. So it could be someone that you really trusted at work who stabbed you in the back, or somebody in your personal life who you just thought, I just care so much about this person. And we share, well, it may not be shared because it's one Ace of Cups, it's one cup. But I do believe that you had a lot of trust and love for this person. And now you don't. Yeah. I think this is about you really moving on. I hate to say it, but I think that you are clearly moving on from somebody. And the challenge is when you're ready, you will be open to a new beginning. But this is that healing phase that we all have to go through. And you could try again, but take a look at this pain that you're feeling and whether or not you can trust this person. Whatever is going on in the near future, it's really hard and you're going to have to drop this burden, and you may be really focusing on self and coming back into balance in your head over it and waiting on what's next. Okay? Interesting, Aquarius. Let's get some advice from Spirit to close out the reading. A lot of people are going through some difficulty in some of their closer connections. The second half of January, I'm finding, with the mid-monthlies. Just write it out. It's really interesting because we got a call in 2024 to really be authentic, right? And some people are really doing that, but it's shifting these dynamics. And then you start seeing people's true colors and like, wow, I didn't realize that person wore a mask. And the more you become more real and authentic, the more is revealed around you, right? Like, wow, it's really disappointing that they can't be real, right? And they can't be authentic, right? Yeah, this is change needed, right? In a situation where you're trying to balance out the way you both give and receive. There's still a lot of happiness that could be had. Let's see the advice, though. Just saw the Sun. It could just be happiness in the future by letting go of this conflict and this Six of Cups. Knight of Wands, Two of Wands. You know what? I think you are distant. There's a distance between you and a person, okay? But there may be this really quick turnaround. Like I said, for some of you, this is about a soul bond there's a period of separation going on right now. Even if you're still living under the same roof, things feel really ripped, right? Really separated, okay? You don't feel as connected. And this is about bringing that connection back together, but also being patient, right? as time goes on. And for others of you where you're like, I'm not with anyone, I don't want to be with anyone, this is about you really leaning into what makes you happy, okay? Maybe even taking a trip to, in the next couple of weeks, back home, or at least seeing people that really, really, really light you up and really make you happy during a time when you're going through a loss of someone in your life, okay? That you know you need to heal from, okay? There is a new beginning waiting for you, and that's the challenge, is getting through the hard part, right? So the new can come in, all right? So don't bypass that. They're saying, look at that change card one more time. Change isn't always easy, but letting go of this outdated part of yourself will allow you to align with your true self. Aquarius, you are aligning with your true self, and that's not easy, okay? You're being called to redirect your energy, okay? You are stronger than you know when it comes to moving on, all right? And I do believe a lot of you are doing that for the rest of the month of January, okay? Lean into your friends. Lean into you, okay? There's so much love there, and I'm sending you love as well.